Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Napoli versus Genoa in Serie A. First time I've done a Napoli game for such a long time because it's not been live on BT Sport for a very long time. So let's get ready. Let's show you the squad for the Napoli game. The Napoli squad is, sorry if I butcher any of these: Moretta, Di Lorenzo, Manolas, Koulibaly, Mario Rui, Fabian, Lobotka, Elmas, Politano, Insigne and Lozano on the bench. I'm just having to do so I can see who's on the bench. On the bench is Ospina, Mafala, Melkut, Ra, Manus, Kura, Juan Jesus. I can't pronounce it, most of the players' names, so sorry about that. And the game is underway. The game is underway. Napoli versus Genoa in Serie A. Second game of the season. Hopefully Napoli can go and get the 3 points today. Let's go, our boys!
On home soil to ignite their supporters back in the stands. So the left wing back for Genoa this evening with the throw.
Hi everyone.
Into the sky and comes off the head of Lozano. His first touch.
So hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream. Napoli have kicked us off and it's Genoa. I think Genoa on the board at the moment.
Good turn round the corner that from Rovella, went into the advertising hoardings on that far side. Cambiasso continuing to bring it forward, however, wants the return pass as well. Never really came his way. Persistence from
Come on, Napoli!
Brazilian, who's normally a central midfielder, but Davide Ballardini operating him just behind Ekuban, really. The three at the back, the five in midfield. Ballardini in his fourth spell in charge of Genoa. None of them have lasted more than 40 games.
Come on, Napoli.
Certainly feeling the pressure a little bit already after that drab start to the new campaign. Safely back to the experienced Serie. He could be a busy man this evening between the posts for the home side. Not the best touch of the outside of the boot to Paolo Viglioni.
So it's Napoli 0, Genoa 0 in Serie A.
Lorenzo on the overlap.
Come on, Napoli!
Now cutting inside the right back, lovely threaded ball into his
Go
captain.
on! Put in the box!
Politano slowing things down on the far side of the field. Move inside for Lobotka.
Go on!
It's going to be a stretch for Politano to get there, but
Go on!
Oh!
Unlucky!
Lozano's head up just over
Okay, Lozano just over the top. Nearly 1-0 Napoli.
Wonderful work in a very tight position on that right side of the field. It's just put off by the defender in the end, Lozano.
You guys want to put your questions in the chat, I'm happy to answer any of them that come towards me.
The new boss for Napoli, Luciano Spalletti. Not new to Serie A by any stretch of the imagination. Left a slightly bitter taste in the mouths of Inter Milan fans in his last job before taking the Napoli role. Just wasn't seen as the man to push them that little bit further. And just a fourth place finish in his couple of seasons at San Siro.
Come on, Napoli!
Away by Politano, but well won back by the captain Crescito. Poor clearance, however. Napoli on the prowl once again, it almost runs through. Yeah, Bade back almost playing a centre-back role, filling in for his captain just for the moment there. It was important he was there too. Not a good clearance either by Serie. Genoa making life difficult for themselves at the back.
Well, boys!
Zeno van Houston, the Belgian defender there, had a lot of the shirt of Lozano. You can understand why the Napoli winger is very frustrated about that. Ratsky with the long ball forward, good chest down to the Brazilian Hernani. Koulibaly.
Come on, boys! Come on, Napoli!
Manolas. Lorenzo pushing it forward.
Napoli are on the ball at the moment. Is that a free kick? No. Genoa got the ball back. No, Napoli have won it back. Now Genoa have won the ball back.
Well picked up by Storaro in the middle of the park, but Genoa have to go backwards before they can go forwards. Nani with the header. And brought in on loan from Parma, impressed last season with his performances, despite Parma going down to Serie B. Does have a obligation to buy in his deal apparently with Genoa at the end of the loan spell, around about €4 million.
Come on, boys!
To show his versatility here, almost leading the line. He's actually been playing the first 6 minutes or so, a little further ahead of the forward Ekuban. He needs to get back here just to deal with the problem of Napoli's attack once more.
So how is everyone?
Back with Fabian Ruiz. Look at the outlet. Fabian Ruiz.
Whoa!
Ball over the top.
Oh, Serie, unlucky.
Koulibaly dropping it into a really small window. Weighted it well to prevent it from running too long over the byline, but also snuck it in behind the Genoa defence. Not necessarily called Kalidou Koulibaly the quarterback playmaker of this Napoli side at all. The injuries that they've got at the moment, they're going to need people to fill in already at the start of this new campaign. Osimhen, of course, suspended for 2 games after his red card. Zielinski, only a bruise rather than too much damage to the knee. After picking up the knock on the opening weekend, the referee just getting in the way there, and that's his pass. Cut out by Marco Di Bello, a uncontested drop ball for Napoli.
Going on screen for a minute.
Spaniard again, Fabian Ruiz giving it wide. Just about kept in, no, not quite. Politano too late to the party there. Scored in both games against Genoa last season for Napoli. Politano. Actually, the team in Serie, he's got more goals against than any other club.
Come on, Napoli!
4 in 11 games against Genoa. At the moment, the home side are preventing anything really clear-cut aside from that Lozano early header. Well worked through the heart of the pitch. Assistance from Storaro as well.
Here it comes.
Well
done, Koulibaly!
Koulibaly, the old head at the back, dealing with the danger for the moment. And the best touch from Cambiasso either on that far side of the field. Wonderful story, Andrea Cambiasso said in an interview fairly recently that he came to the club as a ball boy, has worked his way all the way through the ranks of the youth academy and finally getting his debut in the senior side this season. Described it as being a moment that is just priceless.
Come on, boys!
Bad. Houston with the long ball over the top, looking for anybody in attack, but doesn't find anyone. And a little careless just for the moment by Napoli in the middle of the park, and a lunging challenge coming in. A yellow card for Ekuban. He will protest that it was more of a 50-50 with Di Lorenzo, and there was
Free kick to Napoli, come on, boys!
the challenge. Let's get a bit of the ball there, it looks like, you know. No wonder the 27-year-old feels a little aggrieved. And into the book he goes, the former Leeds United man. Season in Yorkshire. Just the one goal in his 20 appearances. Came through the ranks at Chievo, the now defunct Chievo Verona. Never actually got to play in Serie. This is Italian top-flight debut tonight.
Wow, defunct.
And Nani once again just driving through the middle of the park. Di Lorenzo has to scamper back, and he's under duress as well from the forward. Well shifted on initially, but over the head of Insigne. That's the one thing that Napoli are going to lack in terms of that front three, is just having a real physical presence. You wouldn't say Lozano, Insigne or Politano are of the tallest stature. Doesn't give them too much of an easy target man, particularly with Insigne playing down the centre. Neat passing play until that last touch from the captain. Rovella. Almost able to squeeze down that sideline again. Just forced wide enough to steer it out of play. Got a call up for the Italian under-21s on Friday, did Nicolo Rovella. Pandev watching on from the bench. Not a surprise that he isn't playing, although perhaps age is finally a factor in his career. Did score both goals in the victory Genoa had last season here on home soil against Napoli. There's his fellow countryman Almas sending it into Insigne.
Oh, off the post! Off the post, Insigne!
Somehow that really caused a problem for Sirigu. First touch by the forward. They've just come off the defender's knee as well, as he was watched closely by Van Houston. He almost found that gap and squeezed in. And some Koulibaly up from the back, as you would expect. Both have scored fairly important headers in their centre-back careers for various clubs.
Come on, Napoli.
What a great ball by Insigne, though. Everybody was waiting in the area for some service that never came. Flag is up on this near sideline. No chance for a quick counter. Nani was trying to turn.
Come on, Napoli.
Spalletti marching the touchline. Said he didn't watch the Genoa game from the opening weekend of the season, so he didn't need to. Figured that it would be a completely different style of Genoa that would come out tonight.
Well, chase after it, chase after it, chase after it. 15 minutes played, Napoli 1, Genoa, Napoli 0, Genoa 0.
Of the attacking third. Back again to Di Lorenzo.
Come on, boys.
Two Italian internationals combined.
If you guys want to put any questions down in the chat, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys put in front of me.
As well, just Cambiasso under all sorts of pressure, but he does really well to get out of that very sticky situation. Ravella almost puts them back into one. Akuban almost onto that. Not many chances so far in the first 15 minutes, but a thoroughly entertaining affair. Plenty of cut and thrust in the middle of the park. Home side trying to play with confidence, but every so often looking very nervy in possession, particularly deep inside their own half. Napoli trying to pounce. Mario Rui has his legs taken out from underneath him.
Free kick to Napoli.
Good position this to send one into the box. I imagine it will be Insigne's right boot with the in-swinger.
Napoli free kick. 17 minutes played, 0-0.
Manolas and Koulibaly once more lining up.
Someone in blue, get your head onto it.
In the outswinger instead of the left.
Go on. Ah.
Too close to the keeper, safely collected by Serie. Tanya just having a chat down there on the substitutes bench.
Come on, boys. Guys, put your question in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions guys put in front of me. It's Napoli 0, Genoa 0 in Serie. There will be some times where we might not be doing Premier League some weekends. And we might, it is a big game in say Serie or League 1. But it also is Liga NOS now on BT Sports. We can do Liga NOS games as well.
.5 minutes gone. Graham Pando warming up. To warm up for a while, perhaps at that age.
Free kick to Genoa. 80 minutes played, ball crossed in. Well done, Koulibaly.
That's the clearance he necessarily wanted, and Genoa will try and.
Genoa got the ball. It's a free kick again.
Free kick's been given. The challenge a little further back. An untidy lunge, shall we say?
But you can't stop it when you're going for it.
By David Ebereski too. Made that little flick down the line. And staying down for the moment as well. Nasty bump on the tailbone.
Guys, put your questions in the chat. I'll answer as many questions as you can. Because a lot of my regulars who watch my streams know why, when I supported Napoli and how I started supporting Napoli It was from when I was a teenager, so teenager age, so I fell off with the club. It was a teenager, so. But when Napoli played, they had Hamshake, they had, who did they have? They had Lavezzi, Cavani playing for them, so we had a really good, decent team back then. And we've had Higuain play for us, Callejon, Jerome Jamili. We've had some good players over the past. We've had some good players. Pepe Reina. Come on. Well, Fabian, you got that, Fabian. Well done, Fabian. If you guys are on the stream, with the thumbs up button, don't forget to like, sub and subscribe if you are new.
Dangerous from Mario Rui. Kicking it away right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Anani. Support on the overlap from Cambiasso, but good backtracking from
nearly 1-0, nearly 1-0 Napoli there, but it's nearly 1-0 to Genoa. Corner to Genoa, 20 minutes played.
This time the Brazilian will take. And Houston in the heart of the box. Storaro in there as well.
Get it cleared.
Who made that run towards the near post. Kept alive by Rovella, but Nani can't do much with it except win a throw.
Guys, put your questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys put in front of me. It's Napoli 0, Genoa 0.
Panic flicks it round the corner wonderfully. Rovella trying to feed it in. Storaro with the nod down, doesn't really come off, but it's bouncing erratically.
Good save, Meret. Well saved.
Good save that from Alex Merritt. First time he's been called
Meret,
midway
good
through
save.
the first half. Genoa are finally starting to cook.
Come on, defend, boys.
The outswinger punched away by Merritt. He was bumped into as well. A protected breed, goalkeepers. And a free kick for Napoli.
Well done, Meret.
High press again from the hosts. Trying to make life difficult as Napoli look to pass it out from the back.
It's Napoli 0, Genoa 0 in the second game of this 21-22 Serie A season.
Mario Rui. Slightly heavy touch by Insigne. Back to the left back.
Oh, is that not a foul? Referee, have no laugh.
Ekuban on the turn. Plenty of blue shirts in front of him, but support wide as well from Cambiasso. Oh, it's a great ball. Giglioni needs to get it out of his feet in the end.
Just to let you guys know, Napoli are all over the place, man. Napoli are just all over the place.
Now hoisted clear by Mario Rui. Best spell of the game so far for Genoa. Best spell of their season so far. Bane, well worked back to Cambiasso. Just can't beat the last man, Politano. And that's clumsy. Just takes a little bit of the momentum.
Free kick to Napoli. 24 minutes played, 0-0.
Just a reminder, there is Serie action elsewhere at the moment on BT Sport Extra 2 and 2 HD. It's Sassuolo against Sampdoria. Although why you'd want to turn your attention away from this game, I'm not too sure. And then this evening we have legal action. Reims against Paris Saint-Germain. It could be the debut for Paris Saint-Germain of Lionel Messi. And it is exclusively live on television on BT Sport.
Well, boys!
All the way back to Merritt. Once more the visitors will build up. It's having to be really slow and patient build up though.
This is good football for Napoli. Can he create something from it?
Great sweeping ball out to Politano, but he was closed down quickly by Caviasso.
Ah!
It was a really good touch too by the Napoli winger. And even with the close control, still had it picked away from him. Ravella. 3 defenders around him, but he's fearless, the youngster. Surging through the centre. Koulibaly.
Well, boys! Oh, that's bad ball.
The needle just can't be threaded in towards Insigne from the Vodka.
Free kick to Genoa.
Tiny challenge from Manolas. The big Greek defender, a little too rough and ready. It's a lovely ball out to Giglioni. Nobody really up supporting him in the end. So early it came to him, so deep he found himself in Napoli territory. Now he might have to get back on this near side because suddenly the visitors are ploughing forward with Lozano. Insigne has support as well from Elmas.
Oh, is that not a free kick? It is a free kick. Well done. Free kick to Napoli. 27 minutes played. 0-0.
I feel that could be the danger for Genoa. Just if this game opens up and becomes end-to-end, they could really get picked off. But so far they've done a good job to stifle Napoli. They've clearly learned from last weekend's hefty defeat, one of their worst opening days of a new campaign. First time they'd lost on the opening day of a Serie A campaign since 2015. The last side to beat them was Palermo.
Oh my God!
Trying to be coy. The home side were well aware of perhaps what was coming, and Elmas had no chance to get to it. Flag is raised against Hernani.
Offside. Free kick to Napoli, and they took it quickly.
One-touch passing again, but it has to slow down once more on the edge of the final third. Insigne looking to feed it through. Politano couldn't get to it. It was well cut out. Given away, though, as Elmas retakes control. Every time there's an injection of pace like that from Napoli, you immediately feel that Genoa are really hanging on. It's an important toe poke or a slender touch.
Oh.
Just stifles the attack and takes the ball away. Wonderful control by Ekuban.
Hi Noah, how are you on this fine Sunday evening? Nearly half an hour played, Napoli 0, Genoa 0.
Closing down, Politano cutting inside.
Go on.
That stays down on the far side as well, despite the Genoa defence almost waiting for it as Insigne took control. Played onside by Giglioni.
And we got another bloody question down in the chat. Go on!
Insigne
Oh!
finds a way through that gap and gets a shot off. Beaten away by Serie.
Oh, how have Napoli not gone 1-0 up? Insigne with the shot.
Into the last 15 minutes of the half. Still we wait for the opening goal.
Come on, Napoli.
Fabian Ruiz wanted it back from Di Lorenzo, didn't quite come his way. Politano getting back onto the left boot.
Away!
Free kick. Almost feel like he was waiting, just waiting for that leg to come out. Cambiasso. When it came, he made sure everybody saw that it caught him. Brilliant move that from Insigne. Finding a gap where there was seemingly none. Everything but the finish so far.
Come on, Napoli.
Left for
Insigne, straight the keeper.
I wonder if he was just hoping there might be a fake touch at the near post. The closest to it was Koulibaly, and it's safely into Sirigu's hands. Given away cheaply once more. Keeps the pressure back on the Genoa defence. Pull back by Fabian Ruiz. Lozano collecting, and it's shifted across. Di Lorenzo goes wide. Politano looking to take on Cambiasso once more.
Come on, Napoli!
Defensive support, and the two snuff out the danger. Away momentarily. Really good spell this.
Come on, boys! It's Napoli 0, Genoa 0.
Trying to find a gap, trying to find a way in behind, down towards the byline. Giglioni coming across. Snuffing out the path for Insigne. You can tell how strong a spell of possession it is at the moment for Napoli, but how high up the pitch the likes of Koulibaly and Manalasar playing right on the edge of the attacking third. Great with the header there, and for a second time. That goes up.
Alright.
Just about offside, but only just. Rashito was a little late wandering out from the back.
Come on, boys!
Tucked in by Mario Rui.
Well done.
With it, finds his centre back, who deals quite calmly with the danger in the end. Koulibaly, and once more just sweeps it forward.
Ah, boy, it was rubbish.
Plenty more Serie action coming your way this evening. Milan against Cagliari, back at San Siro tonight from 7:30 p.m. BT Sport 2 and 2 HD. If that doesn't take your favour, Jose Mourinho's Roma are off to newly promoted Salernitana tonight on BT Sport Extra 2, 7:45 p.m. All of that available as well out and about on the BT Sport app. Should you be off away somewhere this evening on your bank holiday weekend, and I would suggest staying right here with us throughout the evening for all the Serie A football if possible. Genoa start to push forward. Gideoni trying to step around Manolas, but the Greek does very well in the end.
Oh, come on, boys.
Vade. Van Houston. Ravella. Gideoni getting the cushion header. Didn't really have much room to operate in. Swung in from the Belgian defender. It's going to bounce all the way through. Small Cambiasso causing problems on that far side of the field. Di Lorenzo Politano mop it up in the end. Insigne. Once more trying to start that one-touch passing that seems to work in terms of finding gaps between the Genoa defence. Doesn't come off enough though to cause too many problems for Serie between the posts as Koulibaly continues to chase. That's just a nibble on Fabian Ruiz, who limped away. It's a stinger on the toe, that. Hopefully able to run that off in the next 30 seconds, you imagine. Kevin Maltby down there, watching on, the Frenchman. Another nibble on Fabian Ruiz, who's had two in quick succession. That's one on the left and one on the right. And that one from Ravella. Stanislav Lobotka. Napoli waiting for cracks to appear. Lamas.
Come on, Nap! Go on, Napoli!
Insigne. Lovely floated
Go
pass.
on!
Politano. Looking to get it onto the left boot. Doesn't get the
Shoot!
Fabian Ruiz instead.
Yes! Come on!
To the bottom
Fabian
corner. No
Ruiz!
chance for the
Come
keeper.
on!
Stretch and Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian Ruiz, come on, boys! There we go! Fabian!
Patience from
Absolutely take that!
Politano.
1-0 Napoli!
Waiting for
Come
the
on!
opportunity to come to fire it with his left peg. Instead, though, pulling it back to the Spaniard. Opens up his body and bends it into the bottom corner really neatly. And he gets his manager's approval as well. Well, it has been coming really since about the half-hour mark. Napoli have just upped the ante in terms of pressure, making camp on the edge of the attacking third. Genoa have had half chances and opportunities to open up the Napoli defence, but haven't really tested merits so far, aside from one effort from Giglioni. You hope now, for the home side's sake, that the floodgates don't open up, as they're forced to push out more and try and find an equaliser. Haven't actually lost their first two games of a Serie A campaign since back in the 2013-14 campaign, where they faced, funnily enough, Inter on the opening day of the season away from home before losing at home to Fiorentina. Insigne.
Oh, Insigne, unlucky.
That's trying to pick out Rose Ed with that effort, can keep it down. Have a look again at the quality in this strike. It's a quality that Spain are going to miss in the international break coming up. Fabian Ruiz not called up by Luis Enrique. Well worked by Crescito. Thought he put himself in a nightmare situation for a moment there. Tommy Garaski somehow finding a way to weave through the blue shirts. He's still going, and he's kept it in too. Now what can he do? Insigne back defending. Finally gets a challenge in on him, and he does really well as well to bounce it off Giglioni. Just wonder if you can tell where the Napoli supporters are in this crowd. Insigne trying to liven them up there. So beloved by this club. The captain, the leader. Spalletti was so positive about him. He's an inspiration in the dressing room. There's still a lot of questions about his future though at the club. His contract running out at the end of this season. Those supporters certainly adore him. Apparently there has been no conversations between Insigne or his agent, no representatives between them and the chairman, President Aurelio De Laurentiis. Inter Milan are waiting to try and pounce and sign him on a free for next season. It's hard to imagine Lorenzo Insigne in any other shirt than a Napoli one. Here he is moving it into space. Di Lorenzo. Behind everybody from Koulibaly. Scooped on by Politano, the chase is on.
Oh, lucky Lorenzo!
He gets there first. Fabian Ruiz holding the hosts up in the heart of the pitch. Are they under pressure from Elmas? And once more getting the better of him. plenty of room for Lobotka to move into, but he misplaces the pass as he tried to feed it into Elmas. There's a foul from behind as well, as Mario Rui gives Genoa a chance to reset once more. Just in the last 15 minutes or so, Ekuban Hanani not really seeing much of the ball. Looking a little lost high up the pitch. It's been mainly in the middle of the park that Genoa have had their possession. Now they get it wide. Cambiasso. 3 in the box, more arriving. He's caught and goes down, and it's a free kick. It's a yellow card as well. Good step inside by the winger. Di Lorenzo just leaving that leg out. Tries to pull it away at the last second. Does make the contact. And Nani stood over it. Rovella there too, the teenager.
Free kick to Genoa.
The 6-yard box. So this minute of stoppage time to be played, and the free kick comes to nothing. That could well be just about that. And that is indeed that for the opening 45 minutes. Genoa holding on and making a game of it, but that man Fabian Ruiz just before half-time opening the scoring for Napoli on the road.
Half-time, Napoli 1, Genoa 0.
A fairly comfortable 45 minutes for the visitors. It's Genoa 0, Napoli 1.
We all need to feel important. Nobody likes being left out, especially when you work hard to improve your life and life has you stressed out. We all need to be seen. We all carry ambitions and dreams. Might sound like a fantasy, but isn't that what fairness actually means? Everyone deserves an equal chance to help their own families advance. Even if we never had a silver spoon, that shouldn't mean that we come last. Deep down inside, we're the same. Some of us wealthy, some of us ain't. Some of us chill well, some of us strain. Imagine if one day all of that changed. If everything shifted.
See you guys in about 5 minutes. I just got to pop off for a few minutes. Alright everyone, I'm back. It is Napoli 1, Genoa 0. So how is everyone? So, guys, Napoli 1, Genoa 0. Not a bad first half. God, keep going. Hopefully Napoli can go and get some more goals in the second half. If the game does kick off and I'm not here, it's because I got to go and have a bath, folks. But I will be, the game does kick off beforehand. I'll turn up the volume so that you guys can hear the game while I am off. But I will be setting stuff up ready for the second half for you guys, for at least. I'm just getting this all ready because I'll be slightly late to the second half.
Second half look to eat into the 1-0 deficit that has been built in the opening 45 minutes by the visitors. Napoli, who by the end of that first half were well and truly in control of this tie, as you would probably expect, but it's been a marked improved performance from the hosts from their first day loss to Inter Milan. Before we get the second half action underway, we just have the opportunity to remind you that tomorrow 7 p.m. we have a Vanarama League special, Wrexham against Notts County on your Bank Holiday Monday. BT Sport 1 and 1 HD with Adam Virgo and Adam Summerton taking you through all of the action. Nice way to round out the Bank Holiday weekend of football. So you see Davide Palladini walking out of the tunnel and that man preparing to come on, Goran Pandev. No surprise really that the experienced 38-year-old is going to be entering the fray. Just well coming as Busha gets set to come on at the break too. So a big switch around in the front line. It's the man who joined from Slav Krakow over the summer. Gets set to make his Genoa debut. Only 4 goals in 38 games in the Polish top flight for Busha. As Ekuban and Hernani are the ones to make way. No real surprise as they didn't make way through the Napoli defence for large parts of the opening 45 minutes. So an 18-year-old and a 38-year-old coming onto the pitch for the second half from Balladini. Might be one of the largest age gaps between substitutes that you'll see this season in Serie. One for the statisticians, that, as Catania still looking very casual and chilled down there on the sideline, as Napoli have been for the large part of this game. Not too fiery affair for Marco Di Bello to take charge of, so we get the second half underway. With Napoli kicking from left to right and getting us going with their 1-0 advantage thanks to their super strike from Fabian Ruiz in 39 minutes. It's just
Go on,
quieting
Napoli.
down the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. Interesting for Genoa when you think about the forwards that they have at their disposal. Books are on in this second half. Mattia Destro, their top scorer from last season, not in the squad for the second week of the campaign. Second straight week in a row. Rumours that he is going to be making his way off and away. Perhaps to Spezia. Zambala Mzola is perhaps making his way to Genoa before the transfer window shuts. An attempted swap deal. Either way, Mattia Destro doesn't seem like he's going to be playing his football for the Rosso Blu this season. And things can change very quickly in football, as you may have seen over the weekend with a certain transfer to the Premier League from Juventus. I think we've heard quite a lot about that over the last 48 hours or so. Pandev with his first touch, the elder statesman. Mario Rui. Lobotka. Bit of room to move into. And he will take the space given to him. Defenders just backing off.
Come on, Napoli, have a shot, someone.
Thought for a second about the shot, instead lays it off. Di Lorenzo, back to the captain. Politano, always looking to shift it onto the left, straight into the keeper's arms. It's almost ironic that the best delivery that Politano has put in was the one that floated to Lozano early on with his right boot. He always tries to put it on his left leg. Even the pass for the goal to Fabian Ruiz came with the right. To play in the end by Serie. Joined here from Torino on a free this summer. Perhaps often underrated in Italian football, Salvatore Sirigu. He's been called up to the Italian national team though for the international break.
One Napoli.
A good man to have, just organising that back line, and if it is to be a back three of centre-backs for Genoa this season, things can change in terms of style and formation though. Lozano, Almasson support is ignored. Politano falls back and losing possession. Pandev collects. Over the top towards Cambiasso, able to get onto it.
How are they not a foul?
Coming. Second chance now for the winger. He's got his Experienced forward inside of him, but that's a great job from Koulibaly, just directing the attacker right where he wanted to go. Always a player that there's a lot of rumours about his departure from Napoli, seemingly every single season. Still at the club, still a tremendous centre-back in world football. Yellow card for the young Ravella. Actually up for an award this year, making the short list of the Golden Boy Award for 2021. Will be the top 60 shortlist that will be narrowed down. Some big names on that list though, the likes of Jude Bellingham, Mason Greenwood. Ball over the top by the youngster. Could pull back as well.
What a save! What a
Second
save!
chance. And the third one's wide as well. Giglioni with 2 bites at the cherry. And the third follow-up wide of the target. It's a brilliant save that by Merritt. Second one well blocked by Mario Rui. The third for Ravella. Always going wide. Just scuffed it.
After that was in.
So excuse me, it was Politano that went into the book a moment ago. Ravella was an innocent bystander. It did look like the card was initially shown to him. I wondered if he'd said something about the challenge, as his captain is shown a yellow, Kishito. Play from Fabian Ruiz. Not as pinpoint with his pass as he was with his finish in the first half. Elmas.
Come on, Napoli, just try and get an attempt in the second half. Try and do something.
Zano back again to the North Macedonian. Running straight at his international teammate. Big shout for a free kick. The whistle is late, but it does come. Lorenzo almost falls into the leg. It's a little swipe, but I don't think it made contact with the shin from Ravella. He's still having a word about the challenge. Politano will position this. Too close to the keeper once again. Well collected by Serie.
Oh. Wasteful free kick.
Vodka with the pressure.
Be back in a bit, folks. Let's go and have a bath. Napoli 1, Genoa 0. 53 minutes played.
Giglioni. It's 3 good chances that he's had now in this game. 3 have just slipped away from it. 2 good saves from Merritt. The other one blocked. Over the top, it's asking a lot. Oh, that's a big error from Merritt. That could have really spoiled anywhere. Slipped through his fingers. Buxa actually had his back to the goalkeeper. Didn't realise it had dropped out of his hands. He was expecting the goalkeeper to collect that comfortably. What a hanging ball. Merritt makes a meal of it once more. It's turned in by Goran Pandev. There is no whistle. Pandev with a simmered celebration against his former club, but off the bench and onto the scoring sheet. It came to him kindly, and there will be a big finger of blame pointed at Alex Merritt. 2 slips, and that one costly, off the arm of the defender as well as it went through, I think. Looks like doing enough to put off the goalkeeper's collection. Merritt tries to go over the top of him, and it's so simple in the end for Pandev to tuck it away. Imagine they're going to look at this. Not sure there's that much contact at all, really. Sure, they are checking this at the moment. Rare to see a goalkeeper impeded and no whistle come, particularly in a situation like that. I almost think Pandev was surprised that no whistle came as he put it away. You can see there Marco Di Bello is every so often got that hand to his ear, just trying to listen what's been said to him. The VAR booth. I mean, it's the same as almost every single aerial challenge you see a goalkeeper get going their way inside a crowded penalty area. And the keeper comes charging out, makes a collision with the attacker, doesn't collect it, but gets a whistle. There's going to be a look at the VAR booth here. Now, see there, and for me that's Merritt's knee going into the back of the forward more than anything else. It's the fact that the youngster is looking at the ground and backing into the goalkeeper, going to play into this. Perhaps indicating that he knew he was coming and was trying to back into him. That's the way it could be seen. They want to see it in normal speed, it seems, which I think is a really smart decision, because it always looks worse in slow motion. And it doesn't seem that the goal is going to stand. Buxa having a word. There's still some confusion from the Genoa players who are wondering why. Kishito having a chat with the official as well. Really should be left to the captain. Pandev impassioned too to have his say. And you can understand why they're frustrated. In normal speed, well, it does back into him, but the contact is minimal. And Merritt's the one that's really kind of the aggressor, who's come a long way and committed to that. Merritt's back on his feet. He probably just wants to get on with things. Napoli have a free kick. Genoa really aggrieved. When things aren't going your way, they're just not going your way, whether it's the first 2 games of the season or the last month. Pandev again. Lovely back heel. Storaro trying to get onto it. No claim for the penalty from the player, but the fans behind the goal certainly feeling that there was half a chance and it was worth a shot. This could get really fiery now. Pandev down on the deck, getting a blow into the body. Not sure how much contact there was, probably the same amount as between Merritt and Buxa. In fact, he almost makes the push on Politano in the end, Pandev. This is the contact. Sturaro took right on the edge of the 18-yard box. After a fairly smooth summer of dealing with VAR, there's always going to be some discrepancies. Davide Ballardini having his say about it as well. You hope that this riles up Genoa to play to their best rather than sucks the wind out of their sails. Because they're only down by the slender margin. There's still plenty of time as well, with about half an hour or so remaining, given away cheaply, and the home side on the push. Nabade. Miasso. A real outlet ball as he tries to work his way to the byline. Very calm, trying to pass it out from the back, although Politano did almost have it picked off. Best delivery across the 18-yard box. Not a great clearance either by Mario Rui. Pande brings it down under the chest. No free kick as Pade goes down. Sweeping ball back forward sends Napoli the other way on the hour mark. Lozano. Not many in support. Going down towards that byline. It's well cut out by Van Houston. About the best thing to do in that situation in the end from Lozano. Almost with the corner. Headed away from the near post. And they've seen a lot of the ball already since coming on. That's a free kick. Bielsa did really well actually to beat two defenders and then still seemed to have possession. Went down a little easily. Played by Lobotka, found a way out and then found a teammate and the ball back and moves it on to Insigne, who rides one challenge. Elmas taking control, nicked away. Put a player down as Lobotka still on the deck. Just tripped from behind by Sturaro. Long balls like that are always going to be fairly easy for Koulibaly and Manolas to deal with. Manolas towers at around about 189 centimetres tall. Just a little taller than his centre-back partner Koulibaly at 187. Just a reminder that we have action elsewhere. BT Sport Extra 2, available in HD as Sassuolo taking on Sampdoria. If you do fancy switching over. Of course tonight, Reims against Paris Saint-Germain. PSG perhaps getting a first chance to look at Lionel Messi in their shirt tonight, 7:15 PM on BT Sport 1 and 1 HD. Easy one for Serie to collect as it just bumped away from Lozano. Insigne looking to capitalise. Politano, Lozano, Insigne lurking in the back post. It's Lozano instead. It's a good save by Sirigu in the end, although it almost snuck through his legs. And Genoa get on their heels. Defensively, Napoli looks so set to pounce, and it's a little bit of good fortune in the end for the shot stopper.
Mr. Nifries, that's good. Hello everyone, I am back. Thank you for sticking with me while I went off and had a bath. Napoli 1, Genoa 0. Not missed out, so.
He scoops it back across. Politano can't get to it. The away side will keep possession.
Come on, Napoli, let's get another goal.
Allowed to turn on the edge of the box, but he does nothing with it in the end. Napoli just slowing things down, playing a bit of keep ball, trying to frustrate their opposition. Here is the goal scorer, Fabian Ruiz. Lovely ball that's just behind Elmas in the end. I think he was expecting somebody else to be there. Back at his feet once more. Could be a shout for handball there. It just looked like it ricocheted off an arm as Insigne was trying to touch it through. And Hus will try and run it out from the back. There's no shout as the ball bobbled around on the edge of the area there. Cielo getting set to come on, the centre-back. Yeah, Calon also coming on for Genoa. Accused and Sturaro making their way off.
Come on, Napoli.
Sturaro straight down the tunnel, it seems. They're just happy to perhaps stand in the shade. Not that there's any real need for that with the sun setting around here in such an enclosed stadium. Calon a really promising forward. Scored a wonderful goal in the Coppa Italia against Perugia to win their 5-goal thriller. Came late on, just angled it from the right side of the 18-yard box into the far corner.
Come on, Napoli.
They will hope for more of the same. It's attacking from Genoa as they look to try and steal a point away from Napoli, try and get their first points of the season. These two sides met on match day 2 of the Serie campaign last season. And that was in Naples. And Napoli
Come
won
on,
6-0.
Napoli.
Fairly different contest, to say the least, at the moment. Played again by Koulibaly, dealing with that. Although no free kick given, as Calon was a little heavy with Mario Rui. Iglioni. Been quiet since those early chances in this second half.
Come on, Napoli.
Lambade. Rovella. Going from right to left. Kishito looking to thread it into Cambiasso, but it's cut out. Pandev wins it back. First time ball in, it's a brilliant one for Cambiasso.
Oh,
It's
that's a goal.
magnificent. There is no problem with that at all, and Genoa do strike back. What a pass across goal from Giglioni, and then Cambiasso.
It's 1-1, folks.
squeezing
1-1.
it in. His first ever senior goal for Genoa, his first goal in Serie A. How about the delivery? And the finish on the volley too is a very neat one indeed. Just directs it down at the keeper's feet. Meret trying to come across. Just can't get there. Superb moment for the man who, as I said earlier, has worked his way all the way through the ranks at this club. Now he has his first goal as Jonas comes on to replace Lozano. Still recovering from that knock he picked up in the World Cup this summer, playing against Trinidad and Tobago for his national team, Mexico. Lamunes, in his first appearance of the season. 20 minutes to go. The wind is firmly in the Genoa sails right now as it can't be threaded in towards Pandev.
Guys, if you like the stream at the thumbs up button, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new.
No free kick for the Algerian as he goes down. Just waiting expectantly on the deck, but the whistle never came. There wasn't enough contact from Bereski. Cielo, not really too sure what to do with it. Finally goes long at the second time of asking. Good control again from Pandev. Clattering on the far side of the field from Koulibaly as Pandev brings it forward. Rui takes control and Kellon brings him down. And I think Genoa will feel that they should have had a free kick back where Giglioni was brought down. Nifty challenge to say the least. No contact with the ball from Koulibaly. Those two are still friends. We've had some surprising results in Serie this weekend already, with Empoli getting that victory in Turin against Juventus yesterday evening. Inter were dangerously close to dropping points against Hellas Verona as well on Friday night. So both of those games on BT Sport.
Help thanks to a biased referee called Mike Dean.
Top four might be set for a little stumble.
Biased referee called Mike Dean.
It's fair to say Inter eventually recovered thanks to their brace from Joaquin Correa late on.
Mike Dean.
Napoli could do with the same from one of their substitutes, or anybody really, as it's over the top to Elmas.
And it was a foul by Pogba in the lead up to the goal.
Lovely ball over the top. Elmas trying to turn and do something a little more creative. It did come off the defender last and couldn't be kept in. It's behind for a corner. Sirigu trying his best. And his best wasn't good enough. Very crowded in the heart of the box. Not a great ball in towards that near post, however. It's really well worked by the substitute, Munas.
Oh,
Maybe a burst of adrenaline as he beat two defenders and then overcooked the cross.
uh, 15 minutes to go. Napoli 1, Genoa 1.
Insigne trying to turn away from Rovella, but it's bundled over and quickly on by the Napoli captain. Politano shifting onto that left boot once more. Oh, that's really well worked. Just couldn't come back into Politano. He shifted away from the danger. Great flick from the Algerian. Back to the Italian. It's pretty, it's not quite productive. Hunted down by the substitute bookster.
Come on, Napoli.
Little knock with the chest, trying to find Calon.
Oh.
Back at his feet again. Now to Calon. Three defenders around him. Wins a corner. Listen to the roar coming from the home fans. How many do they commit forward, looking perhaps for a winner? Towards the near post, headed away. Crescito gives it wide. That just about brings the end of the attack. Vela just offside. Plenty more Serie action coming your way. Stay with us here on BT Sport 2 and 2 HD tonight from 7:30 PM. Milan against Cagliari. Kicks off at 7:45, but then all the build-up to that kick-off. Also 7:45 PM tonight, BT Sport 2 Extra. Salernitana against Roma. Jose Mourinho is Roma. Tammy Abraham having a fine debut for his new side in week one. Looking to continue with that. Insigne looking to continue to push Napoli forward. Politano, bit of room, thought he'd pull the trigger. Might do now.
Oh!
Safely into the arms of the keeper. Straight at him in the end. Very comfortable collection for a keeper of his experience. Thinks away at Genoa is tough, Spalletti. He's got another tough game coming up after the international break when Napoli will host Juventus. We have tonight become one of just 3 teams to set a record of scoring in 28 Serie A games in a row. And Juventus and Milan can also add that to their accolades. Would it become 29 against the Giants from Turin? They need to focus still about getting 3 points here, though, as Koulibaly comes forward and he's encouraged to shoot too. He wasn't too far away.
Corner.
He's claiming it took a deflection as well.
Corner to Napoli, shot by Koulibaly.
Taking the space given to him. It was worth a pop. He does does get the corner. Corner doesn't provide any problems for the hosts, and they'll try and hit on the counter-attack instead. Fresh legs of Callum. Vela in support. Koulibaly closing down, and the frustrated groan from the 20-year-old says it all. Could be in for a grand finale here at the Luigi Ferraris. Well cut out. Unas almost onto it. Back again to Insigne. Politano, support on the overlap. He will use Di Lorenzo. He will go nowhere. Cambiasso stands his ground well. What a fantastic home debut for Andrea Cambiasso. First time in the senior side. A stadium he must have dreamt about playing in so often.
Come on, Nap. Go on, Napoli.
He's away on loan at Alessandria. They described him as the best player to ever pull on an Alessandria shirt. His finish has real quality in it. Elmas. Politano. Sends his man to the deck. Not the best moment for Cambiasso, and he was almost punished as well for his fallibility defensively, but once more it's at Sirigu. You can telegraph Politano's cut inside when he's going to try and look to pull the trigger. Rifles that one off. Another good save though. Behrami seemingly being prepared. Andrea Pitagna getting set to come on for Politano.
Politano is coming on. Coming off, and Patagna is coming on for Napoli.
26 appearances, Pitagna.
Patagna is now coming on. Politano is going off.
Their time in Serie. That's the last opportunity that Politano had to make an impact on this game. Final effort on goal just a moment ago. Giglione makes his way off for Behrami. Makes his 250th appearance in Italy's top flight, coming on from the bench. It's no small feat at all, the 36-year-old. The changes in place, we can get back underway. Be seeing a fair bit of Napoli this season. Of course, in the Europa League, after being unable on the final day of the season to book a Champions League spot last year, been drawn in a group with Legia Warsaw, Spartak Moscow and Leicester City. Free kick as Mario Rui goes down. Handshakes and high fives all around as Giglione takes his place on the bench. This side have some defending to do here. before.
Yeah!
And that might
Come
be
on! Come
an
on!
instant impact
Come on!
off the
Battaglia!
pitch.
Oh, it's incredible!
The true
Come
centre forward
on!
with a true
84
forwards
minutes,
finish.
I might have won the game! Come on! Oh, it's always gone crazy! Come
That's the way
on!
you make an impact.
Come on! Come on, boys! Get in!
Just got ahead of his marker, got in front of him.
Battaglia scores
An
2-1.
experienced nod guides it, using the pace of the ball to beat the keeper. Down at the near post, no chance for Serie. Napoli back in front.
Come on!
So one touch, one goal, and job done. It's cruel on Genoa, you have to say. It does feel a little cruel. The best side in this game are leading, but the hard graft put in by the hosts and overcoming adversity when Pandev's goal was ruled out controversially as well. Still go and get that equaliser in terrific fashion. And there's still time to press as Harami sends it into the box.
Come on, Napoli! Chance you can get a third.
Of course, Harami. 70 appearances for the club. Now there'll be a muted celebration from anybody though if Genoa can find an equaliser in these last 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Some nervy faces in the stands now. High press once more, and it pays off as the pass from the Valley is easily cut out. Cambiasso. Perhaps there is no fairy tale ending to his Serie debut in his home stadium.
Come on, boys!
Just gets away from Pandev in the end. And Ruiz, who opened the scoring, now doing a little bit of the dirty work back, helping his defence out. Unas on the move,
Go on!
staying on his feet. Into the
Battaglia! No!
just put off at the last moment. Good play by Masiello. Tracked the run, did enough. Get the feeling that Napoli want to finish this off, although they also might want to knock off as much time as possible off the clock. And Ramirez is down. They don't want any more injuries, this Napoli side. It's early in the season. Should have Zielinski back by the international break. There's Dries Mertens as well. Julan too. Diego Demme. All absent at the moment. There's the goal that separates the two sides once more. He might try and take a bit of the credit, you know, Spalletti. 2 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Hands on the back of Pitania, but no free kick given. Again, just slow it down. Mario Rui.
Come on, Napoli! If you guys like the stream with the thumbs up button, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new.
once more. Napoli push, looking for Elmas.
Why was that not a free kick?
I think he wanted a free kick going into the last 60 seconds of normal time. Koulibaly can protest, but the free kick's already been given. They don't try and lump it forward. Instead, Genoa will try and play football, try and open up the Napoli defence. Everybody back behind the ball. Wait to see how much stoppage time there's going to be. Had a VAR
Come
review.
on.
Imagine that'll at least be around about 3 or 4 minutes minimum. Could be a little extra on top of that too.
Come on, boys!
Yellow card for Mario Rui, still having his say. 6 minutes, plenty of time.
Six minutes of added on time at the end of the game. 6 minutes.
It's a free kick, it's a clear trip on the heels. As the ball goes into the box, bounces all the way through. Masiello pulls it back. It's a chance to pull the trigger. Fishita sends it wide. Has found a goal in the Coppa Italia this year, the captain. Only 24 goals, though, in 255 appearances for the club. But worth an effort, considering they do have time. 5 minutes remaining. Changes coming though. Gianluca Gaetano coming on. Mario Rui is way off, it seems. It's a chance as well for the former Roma Van Jesus to come on.
Juan Jesus.
Elmas making his way off. Gaetano will fill in that position. Jesus will come on for Mario Rui. Panda trying to turn through. Cambiaso cuts it out.
Come on, keep out, give all the shape.
Genoa restart once again. Rovella, what does the youngster have? And he can't go through the first man.
Come on, boys.
Masiello feeds it down the line, easily cut out though by the Brazilian defender. Catania doing his best to hold up play and keep possession and slow things down. He does well. You can talk about false nines and fluid front threes, but sometimes you do just need a true centre forward's presence. Napoli have found that out this evening. They look to make it 5 straightaway wins in Serie, the first time since February 2018, if they can just hold on through these last 3 minutes. Plus any other additionals as well. Fabian Ruiz just waiting for pressure to come rather than pushing forward. Feels safe in possession in the heart of the pitch. Given away though.
Come on, keep it together, boys.
Plenty in support. Good challenge.
Well done, ref.
Leading by example.
Go on!
Itano into
Ah!
trouble. And gives away the free kick. Surely it's time to start lumping it forward. Serie looks like he'll do exactly that. Straight into the air from Koulibaly, not away. Come on. No magic yet from him since he came on. Kushito trying to dink it over the top once more. It's perhaps too delicate. Nunes back on his feet after being down on the deck not too long ago, and he finds the...
Come on, boys!
Might take it to the corner flag here. He has three in support in the box. He does look to find
Oh!
it. He was racing to get there and just couldn't stretch enough. Almost the perfect pass, but not quite.
Well on to Koulibaly!
Genoa need it back to try and have a chance of salvaging something. I don't think they were going to get it back at all in these last 30 seconds if Napoli have anything to do with it, because at times they've kept possession really well. Nunes.
Well done!
Free kick, frustration for Cambiasso. A special night denied. We've played the 6 minutes. Insigne, what
Go
a
on.
touch. Can he finish it off? In
Oh!
spectacular fashion? Not quite. Last chance saloon. Serie doesn't thump it forward. They're playing silly beggars at the back here now, Genoa.
Yes!
Napoli hold on. They were pushed to the brink, but on the road in their first away game in Serie this season.
Full time Napoli 2, Genoa 1. Like, sub, subscribe to the notification.
Going to the Neapolitans.
If you are new, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a live watch along of Chesterfield versus King's Lynn.